Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Melissa. I like to be a fly on the wall. I like to buzz through the blinds of the energy on my mind. I want to try to tune in to Eugenia, Cooney. Let's just, this is a general reading. It's for entertainment purposes only, but let's ask some questions, see what the cards say. Just check out her overall energy and see what the near future might possibly be. Show me what's representing Eugenia. The Four of Swords to these one. Alright, so this is an energy that it's the Four Sword. Someone that I usually describe as healing. We're trying to heal. Also being quiet. They're not like verbalizing. Like this person, they're resting because they've been through a battle. Alright? And now they're kind of taking a nap, re-energizing. This makes me feel that she was like doing some sort of outpatient therapy that we weren't aware of, which I think was orchestrated by Jeffrey, personally, and just from my old readings. That's just what I'm feeling when I see this. Again, general reading for entertainment purposes only. I'm just telling you what I feel, what the code means. You're going to see this Devil here, this Four of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. Now, I'm going to say this. For those of you that aren't educated about the type of situation we assume Miss Eugenia Cooney has been dealing with for really, like a really long time, almost her whole life, probably. That she doesn't see herself the way we see her. She doesn't see herself the way we see her, okay? Because of whatever is going on in her head. This card in particular just made me feel what I just expressed. And I'm feeling like it's attached to her, like, ending some sort of outpatient type of, like, talk therapy that I feel someone outside... I feel like the only person that can convince her to do that kind of thing would be Jeffrey. So, and I think it's ending. Like, if she was doing that, she's not doing it anymore. Or won't be soon. That's just what I'm feeling. I feel like this Devil is here representing, like, just the overall attachment to obsessive, toxic behaviors that are part of Eugenia's illness. Sometimes I associate devil energy with like the earthly bound desires and pleasures, things that are ego driven, like how we look, right? You're attached to physical things that you can't take with you to the next phase. Alright, the Four of Pentacles, this is someone that can be greedy, holding back. Sometimes I say holding back the truth or holding on to their money. I don't know if she's having, like... I don't think this energy, with or without their forum online, has to worry about money. Alright? I know certain arguments have been made in the past. I haven't been keeping up with all of this stuff like I used to. But I know there was a lot of arguments or suggestions that she does what she does for the coin, but the actual money. But personally, I don't think that, like I just said, if she didn't have this forum, I don't think she'd be, I was going to say hurting, like starving. And I didn't mean that to be funny. right? You know, like, there's some of us, like, we can't buy certain things we want to buy because we don't have the actual money. And that, I don't think that would ever be the case, regardless of, you know, donations made on her TikTok. That, you know what I'm saying, guys, all right? I'm attaching this pentacle energy, like, if you watch my readings, you know, I usually say, yes, pentacles are coin. They can mean actual money. But for me, I normally attach the coin and pentacle energy to what I feel like when you... Stability. The stability that comes with the feeling of not having to worry. I feel that this is here because Eugenia attaches a certain amount. Her stability, which is the way she sees through her eyes, is skewed. She might even view herself as being healed with this being here. Alright? Like she might see herself as being in a good place, physically and all that. Where us on the outside are like, you in trouble, girl. Like, you know? But she don't see it that way. Because she's also obsessed with the things she can't let go of. This Knight of Pentacle, they're like slow to show up. But when they do, usually we can trust them, and they represent stability. So I really feel like she's like, in her own mind, feeling healed or something. Or breaking away from some sort of outpatient counseling. I don't think her obsessive nature connected to her behaviors is something that she's going to let go of. And I even think this is here because for her, it's something that's... this card is also touched like a noble energy, virtuous energy. So it just makes me feel like it's here because for her, this isn't a problem, all right? Her behaviors. It's something that she feels like if we see her as being sick, she feels like that she's in a healed place, a place of healing or something. This Eight of Pentacles, this is about the work. All right, so she could feel like she's done a lot of work, maybe even over the last 8 months or something. Or an 8 could be attached to the amount of time that she feels she put work into herself. This Nine of Pentacles is an energy. It doesn't have to be a feminine energy, but in the card, it's a feminine. And they're sitting on their money. They usually represent someone that is secure in themselves and isn't worrying about their stability, financially or otherwise. And there's a Six of Swords here, which is usually described as the energy that is escaping towards a better day, or what they view as a better day. And this 3 is about work, or the people we work with. So I don't know if... I just felt like this could represent some of the people that she used to do work with that might be moving away from her. Or she might view it like she's making a choice to move away from certain people that she used to work with. Whether that be what I'm feeling here about a possible outpatient counselor, therapist, or someone she was communicating with, which I don't think she is anymore. That's just what I feel, and that could be there too, like removing herself from what she feels is work, or feels that she's done the work. Okay, with this being here. I think I want to quickly ask about her relationship with Mr. Star. Can you show me what is happening in that relationship? A little bit. Show me what's going on with Eugenia and her friend Jeffrey. That seems like a lot. Ugh. Page of Pentacle on the bottom. The Sun, the Seven of Swords, the Ace of Pentacle, Nine of Swords, Two of Wands, Judgment, the Tower, and the Three of Cups. Without making this the whole thing, I'll quickly go through this. Alright, the Sun to the Seven of Swords, the Ace of Pentacle. Whatever new beginning, that could have... I feel that there's lies going on. This card represents a liar, a sneak, sometimes a thief, but it could be someone that's manipulative, or they are telling white lies. With this Sun being here and this Ace of Pentacle, I'm kind of associating this more with like the white lies, or someone bending the truth to make someone else happy. That could go either way. That could be like Eugenia communicating to Jeffrey things, like saying what she feels he would like to hear, you know, because she just wants to make this energy happy, or vice versa, desiring some sort of new start. Feeling like this is more on Eugenia's side, feeling that like she would like to have some sort of new beginning because with Jeffrey, because she might feel it's good for her financially, or that she just views him as a stable energy, the way I've, you know, associate the Pentacle energy, like I just said, with the stability. Or she could be feeling that Jeffrey's presence in her energy is not the new beginning or stable friendship that she at one time thought it was or could be. I just felt it, so I said it. The Nine of Swords is here. This is a card of stress, sometimes representing a person that's having issues sleeping. Sometimes I call this the nightmare card, like someone that feels like they're in a waking nightmare. The Two of Wands, person like at a crossroad, Judgment. This is about sometimes a resurrection, but here I feel like it's being represented in this deck by the god of the god that takes us to the other side, the Egyptian god. I can't remember his name. I apologize. I should know it. But here's a heart and a feather, and they're in the scale, and they're balanced out. It's like this relationship is probably bringing stress, or has brought stress, I feel, on both these people to a certain extent. Because of the Tower, it's ending with the Tower and Three of Cups here. This is just making me heavy feel like Jeffrey feels that it's like in the hands of a higher power. I used to feel more that Jeffrey related to Eugenia to a certain degree when it came to things, without getting into all that, whatever. I'm feeling this is representing Jeffrey, kind of feeling like, on the one hand, with Judgment can represent the resurrection of a relationship. Like Eugenia is probably desiring that, but being that in this card, because this god that brings us to the other side is here, that Jeffrey is kind of looking at this like, the scales have been balanced, he's done all he can do as a person in her life, that, you know, there was a crossroad there for Eugenia in Jeffrey's eyes, and there's only the time is running out, okay, or time has run out in their relationship. We can look at this like outside. The Tower represents something that throws us off, that we weren't expecting, but sometimes I see it like the Tower is the person, all right, that I'm looking at, or, you know, it's representing their energy. And in this deck, it's a clock tower, and the lightning is hitting it. It's like time is run out. Now, Eugenia could view it like My time comes when it comes. I don't have control over that. Jeffrey could be feeling like, you know, no, you had a path that you could choose. And I don't know, maybe he's looking at like your time is... the time of... either time is up, or the time of us being able to create some sort of new beginning, or work together, or be friends, is coming to an end. And he could even recognize that it is, in a way, like it's in her control, but it's not because of her illness. If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. Right. Page of Pentacle. On the bottom, there's a Page of Pentacle, Two of Pentacle, and a Page of Wands. And the Eight of Cups under that. Like, walking away. Eight of Cups is about walking away. The Page of Pentacle is like... I think this is... sometimes it's someone desiring to create some sort of, like, new start for themselves, but sometimes I don't always see them as being on balance. Like the doggy is on the ball balancing, just like here, the Two of Pentacles, the person juggling, and the Page of Wands, the energy that I usually describe as the person that's not thinking about the past or the future, they're in the moment. So yeah, and under this Eight of Cups is a Hierophant, which I'm seeing that, like, Jeffrey's kind of walking away and leaving it to God, to the higher power, because he feels like he has done all he can as a friend in this connection. Even though a lot of you feel he hasn't been a good friend, I don't necessarily think he views it that way. And he is a catty bitch. I mean, it's just... that's part of his personality in general. And maybe, I don't know, maybe he wasn't the greatest friend for her to have, but, you know, I don't think he sees himself in the past nor now as like someone that was a bad energy or trying to hurt her, although I do think he became catty or more or less worried about defending and protecting her as the months passed, and he's, you know, saw that she wasn't going to improve, because I don't think she's improved when it comes to, you know, without me, you know what I'm trying to say, guys. Alright, that's what I see there. So I'm going to end this reading by asking about what we might see in the near future, just having to do with Eugenia, like, in general, alright? What might, again, general reading for entertainment purposes only, and I usually say the future is not written. We can ask about the future and see a possible outcome, which might happen if the person makes certain, you know, choices, or doesn't make certain choices in their life. This might be what will happen. So, show me, please, a little something about what we might see in the near future from Eugenia. And I ask that everyone please send good energy, whether you like her or not, because I believe what we put out, we get back, and I'm not taking all that. Oh, that's so many. Alright, what the hell is it? This, when I see this, on the bottom, a Hermit, Knight of Sword, and a Two of Pentacles, this makes me feel that we might see her disappear for a second, whether it's because she gets like a strike, like literally I'm seeing the sword, like strike, something that, something that might trigger people, might get her a strike, or she might have to, she might be back and forth with strikes, something happening with her content, that they're going to try to push her off, or she won't be able to say what she wants to say about it, or something. The Four of Cups is here. The Knight of Pentacles again. The Emperor. King of Pentacles. Six of Swords. Five of Wands. Ace of Swords. Ace of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune. The Four of Swords again. The Nine of Pentacles. We might see in the near future her disappear for a second, back and forth. Like, she might come back and then something else, another strike, where she'll disappear again. I don't think we're going to see her disappear. This is making me feel we're just kind of see the same thing you've been seeing for a minute. Tell me why this 9. Yeah, I don't see or feel. I don't feel like she's gonna get any help, like, for her real issues, and you're gonna kind of see just the same shit as far as the content goes. I think she's gonna remain quiet, look at herself like she's healed. This I'm associating with her content and continuing to make money from it in some way. This just made me feel that strikes might happen, certain things, and she'll start making money from almost like a different type of audience, and I think it's going to make her really depressed, because it's going to be like more like do you know what I'm saying? People that view her because they like the darkness of it, and that she's going to be defensive about that. It's people that want to celebrate her because they get off on the Empress is the energy that creates. Alright? Sometimes births things. It doesn't have to be a child. It could be ideas, a new way of being. It's also sometimes what the masculine views as the ultimate woman. And sometimes when I do readings on people that have issues in this specific way, regardless of if it's like Eugenia or on the other end of it, like Chantal and Amberlynn Reed, I attach this card with the energy of like the masculines or the people that view this energy in a certain sort of, through certain eyes, like praise them, right, for their way of how they actually look and are as a feminine, like celebrate them for that. So I don't know if this saying like a whole different audience is going to kind of be coming towards her, and it's going to be a darker, we're going to see like, you know what I'm trying to say? Alright, I'm trying to say stuff without saying it because you can't say shit. Alright guys, that's what I see there. If you want to support what I do and you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. If you want to help my algorithm, leave a purple heart or a fly emoji. If you don't know what else, or you have nothing to say. If you want to request certain people that you'd like me to do readings on, zodiac signs, or if there's things I didn't ask that you wish I had, leave it in the comments, let me know. I love you guys. Let's send good energy to everyone. When we heal ourselves, we heal each other. I love you guys. See you next time.